Hi, this is how to set up a shared reviews feed in the Google Merchant Center. So just to run through firstly what this is and how this works. So just to give you a good example of a shared reviews feed here, as you can see this product here, the Nike Revolution 7 men's running shoe, obviously is a shopping product that's appearing for this search term up here, running shoes. Now, as you can see here on the shopping listing itself, it's got 2,000 reviews. But if we actually click on this product and head to the website itself, as you can see here, they only have 51 reviews on the actual website itself. So how does that work? Where they only have 51 reviews on the website, but on their shopping listing, they've got 2,000 reviews appearing. And that is through the Google shared reviews feed. Now, how this works is what Google essentially does is when it realizes that multiple retailers are selling the same product, they bundle all the reviews together and reflect all of those reviews onto everyone's listings, because obviously those reviews are all for exactly the same product. So to set this up, why this is a benefit or bonus is because even if you don't have any reviews, that you've collected yourself for the product range that you stock, if you're a distributor, obviously, you can essentially capitalize on other people's reviews and in a matter of minutes potentially have thousands of reviews reflecting on your shopping listings, just by setting up this shared reviews feed. So how this works is the way that Google matches or realizes that multiple retailers are selling the same product is through the GTIN value or the barcode value that is submitted into the Google Merchant Center. So just to show you how to see whether GTIN value has actually been submitted into the Merchant Center in the first place, if you go to obviously your Merchant Center products, go into the product, you should see your GTIN value, so your GTIN or barcode value appearing here. And that should be an 11, 12, 13, or 14 digit number, I believe. And obviously should be in place of that GTIN value. If for whatever reason it's not appearing in this top section over here, go to additional details and pull up the raw data source feed and then go down to the GTIN attribute over here, and you should see that GTIN value appearing in there if that GTIN value has actually been submitted into the Merchant Center. So again, once you've submitted that GTIN value into the Merchant Center, then we'll need to enable the product ratings feature in the Merchant Center to enable that shared reviews feed. Now, if you haven't submitted your GTIN values into the Merchant Center, I'm going to explain the process to go ahead and do that after I've showed the setup of the product ratings feature. And I'll explain more detail around how this GTIN value works on the back end, specifically on Shopify for your reference. So to enable the product ratings feature to enable the shared reviews feed, go back out to the Merchant Center and then go to settings and tools up at the top here. Go to add-ons. And there are two tabs here. So number one is discovery. Number two is your add-ons. So any add-ons that you have enabled already will appear in the your add-ons section. And then anything that you haven't enabled yet will appear in the discover section over here. So we're interested in this product ratings feature down at the bottom over here. So in order to set that up, we're going to need to submit this product ratings interest form. So just click on that form and it'll take you to a new page, and we'll need to fill in this form. So do you work with a third-party reviews aggregator? Just for the setup phase, you can just say yes, but I'd like to submit the reviews feed myself. Then select physical and or digital products if you're an e-commerce brand. And then do you currently have more than 50 reviews? Just select yes in the scenario, even if you don't have more than 50 reviews. You need more than 50 reviews in order to get this set up. So once you've done that, you'll then be required to fill in all of this info. So merchant name, Merchant Center account ID. Again, sorry, this will be blurred out, but that is your Merchant Center name is the name that appears up at the top here. Merchant Center ID is the ID number that appears up at the top here. Then once you've filled those two top pieces in, you can then fill in the rest of this info. So your merchant homepage URL, then your first name, your last name, the name of the client or the company name of the client that you're setting this up for, and then your email address down at the bottom over here. So I'm just going to go ahead and set that all up now, and I'll come back obviously once that's finished. So once you've added all of that info in, leave this last section out. So do you use a comparison shopping service? Leave that out, and then just hit submit, and it should take you to like a thank you page. Just give that a second to load. Okay, so your email has been sent. So just go ahead and check your inbox. You should kind of get a delivery receipt that you've sent in this form, and any issues with any of the data that you submitted in this form will be flagged with you in that email thread. Just to show you what this email thread looks like, obviously we've opened a case for you, and they'll submit all that info for you soon. So just to reference, once that product ratings card and that product ratings form is approved, it'll then automatically add this product ratings feature into your add-ons. Obviously, once that's all been approved, it'll automatically push into the your add-ons section. So as you can see there, once that all gets approved, it'll automatically get added to the your add-ons section. And from there, that should enable the shared reviews feed for you in the Google Merchant Center. A good little safety or additional step that I like to take is head back to the add-ons section and just enable the customer or Google customer reviews feature as well, just in case you do want to submit your own reviews feed into the Merchant Center at a later stage. Everything is ready and approved there for you to do so. So Google customer reviews, just hit add, and once that has been enabled, you can then click out of there and go to the reviews section down at the bottom left here that would have been enabled now once you've submitted what I've just gone through. So click on that, and then as you can see, you'll have the product reviews tab appearing over here where you can potentially submit your own reviews feed at a later stage. So that should enable the shared reviews feature for you. Now, if you haven't submitted your GTIN values for all of your products into the Merchant Center, I just want to run through how that works quickly and if you need to troubleshoot that. So in the Google Merchant Center, if you go into your product and you go into the raw data source attributes down at the bottom over here, again, you'll see two pieces of info that are relevant to the GTIN value. So number one is the GTIN value itself, and number two is the identifier exists attribute over here, and that is set to true. So how these two interact with each other is it's more of a submission tool on the Shopify side. So if you have, so identifier exists, so does a product identifier value exist for this product? Again, a GTIN value is basically like a product ID. So it's a unique value for any specific product. So if it's a custom product, let's say it's a custom made product, obviously it won't have a GTIN value, and therefore the identifier exists attribute should be set to false, and then the Merchant Center won't search for a GTIN value to pull into the Merchant Center. So just to make you aware of that and how these two attributes are changed on the back end. So heading over to Shopify, depending on what sales channel you're using to push the products or your products into the Merchant Center, that'll determine how you set that up. So in this scenario, we're using the generic Google and YouTube sales channel in Shopify. So to go and edit these products, for example, go to overview, then go to overview, and then under the product status section, go to bulk edit products. And that'll open up a grid style, breakdown like this here. So as you can see here, these are a couple of the products that have had GTIN values added to them. And this is a bit of a weird scenario as well, but I'm just going to run through this anyway. So as you can see, you have the custom product column over here. So if you want to push these GTIN values into the Merchant Center, you select the false option here. So is this product a custom product? No, it's not a custom product. And therefore it has an identifier. And then once you've set that to false, then the Merchant Center will pull that GTIN value into the Merchant Center. If you set that to true, you basically ask yourself the question, is this product a custom product? Yes, it is a custom product. True, it is a custom product. Therefore, it doesn't have a GTIN value, and the Merchant Center won't search for one on your website. So if you're struggling to get your GTIN values to push into the Google Merchant Center, just come fiddle around with these settings and you should get those values to push into the Merchant Center correctly. And then it's kind of the inverse on the Merchant Center. So the identify exists column will automatically assign true or false based on what you've submitted in the Shopify side. So over here, if you set, it's a bit of a weird one, but if you set the custom product to false, that will pull as true on the Google Merchant Center because does an identifier exist? Yes, that is true. It's a GTIN value of that. On Shopify, is this product a custom product? False. It does have an identifier. It's not a custom product, and therefore it has a GTIN value, and the Merchant Center will pull that GTIN value into the feed.